8 p.m. mindset. It's always going to be this link. You are all more than welcome to jump on. I try to get different people on here. For those of you who have no idea who I am, my name is Yanelis Rosa. I am out here with our Monat family. I think that what we have been able to do has been so amazing just because we have been able to commingle companies all to come together, come learn from each other, and that is what this industry is all about, you guys. So for our guest tonight, this is one of my pals. This is my boy.
No way.
Cash Cartier and I, we've known each other, I would say like maybe 3 to 4 years, and I have definitely seen the way that he has grown as a leader, as a chairman, you know, just as a person. I've seen his personal growth, and this is somebody that no matter what he has gone through, he has always taken all of his, you know, all those bad things that have gone in life, and he has stood on them instead of allowing them to crush him, right? So when we were talking, you know, he was over at my house, him, Matt, and I, Drake, we were all hanging out, and I was like, hey, pal, when are you gonna train my team? And he was like, whatever you want, pal. And I was like, cool, you know, I'll buy you some drinks or something, and I'll hook you up and just hook up my team, because his story is so powerful, you know, and the way that he speaks, it's so real and it's so unapologetic, and it's just so cash. So you know, everyone, can we drop some 777s in the chat for Cash? Just, you know, thanking him for being here. You know, give him some hearts. We love you. We appreciate you. Cash, I'm going to go ahead and unmute you, bro. And then you go and you do what you do. Scream at us, bro, because we want to hear it.
I appreciate you, Shorty. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You guys, like Shorty said, I've known her now for about 4 years. She's definitely been around when, you know, I have been at my lowest in life, let's just say that. And her husband, one of my best friends and mentor, obviously Matt Rosa, is somebody that really helped me get to that next level in life in general. So it's really a blessing to be on this call. I don't feel like I'm doing a favor. I'm just really on here just, you know, having fun and all the other stuff. So Shorty, I love you. And you guys, just so you guys know, Shorty's somebody that, love you, girl, for real. Shorty's somebody that is always like, I always see her, and she's always has so much positivity. And she's like, you know, she's a little savage too as well. I don't know if y'all know that, but she's a little lit too. But she's somebody that's always, I always see her chasing success. And we all know, right, you know, Matt Rosa got extremely successful through the network marketing industry, but it's amazing to see someone like Shorty come in here and say, you know, I want to do this myself as well. I want to go up there and make my own name. And she came in here, started from the bottom, and is already working her way to the top already. So that just kind of shows what kind of individual she is. But with that part being said, everybody, my name is Cash Cartier. I'm extremely blessed and excited to be on this call right now. I'm actually in Miami, like my second time out here. I hated it, and now I'm gonna get a condo out here, so it's kind of weird. I actually caught COVID out here as well, so random fact of the day, right? So everyone's like, dang, we're starting off like that. But no, I'm gonna go ahead and get into it, right? So my name is Cash Cartier, everybody. And let me know if I'm cutting out, because it's saying my internet's unstable. Can y'all make sure you cut, yeah, everybody get off. I cut out, everyone froze. Damn. Am I back?
You're back.
Dang, that was brutal. Can you turn the AC down a little bit too? Cool. All right, sorry, let's go again. All right, so with that part being said, you guys, my name is Cash Cartier again. You know, I've been in the network marketing industry for about 4.5 years now. So, you know, my story has not been, I'm not really the most sexy success story that's ever happened. In fact, mine was very slow and very painful, right? You know, a little bit about myself really fast before I even get into business. I actually grew up in California. I'm from California. I ended up, you know, didn't graduate high school. I ended up going to prison when I was 18, got out when I was 21, moved from Dallas, Texas. I moved from California to Dallas, Texas to change my life. And I started, you know, busting tables at a restaurant. And, you know, I ended up getting introduced to network marketing. And, you know, I thought it was a scam, to be honest with you. And I did it anyways, right? I ended up signing up, doing it anyways. And, you know, here I am. Now, my journey has not been the most successful journey. And if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking for a screenshot of something. But my journey has not been the most successful journey ever. and it was really painful, like I said. So, January 6th of, 2019, right, which was last year, my family was on the way to church, and on the way to church, I kissed my little sister goodbye, and bye for her to go to church with my grandma and everybody else. And that was the day that actually changed my life. They got into a car accident, and when they got into that car accident, I thought everything was kind of normal, right? So I was just like, I wrote everybody on my team, and I wasn't doing good at this time, by the way. I was actually very broke. I was actually in a lot of debt, and I had no money in my bank account. Well, long story short, I get a call. I show up to the hospital, expecting the nurses to come in there and release my little sister. And they came out, and they came out. I remember these 3 white coats coming through, and they say, I'm sorry, we couldn't save her. And so my 12-year-old sister was killed in a car accident. Then what happened is there's more people in the hospital for my family. More of them are in the hospital, and they're actually all in different hospitals. Okay, they're all in different hospitals. And long story short, I go and I kiss my sister goodbye with my dad. And my dad's screaming, and I'm not crying at this time, right? I'm just trying to be strong for my dad and all this other stuff. So now what happens is I walk out of the hospital bedroom, and I walk into the lobby, or I'm about to walk into the lobby, and there's these double doors. Thank you guys, I really appreciate all of these. Thank you so much. I see these double doors, right? And it's a little circle window. And I see my neighbor there, and I open it up just a little bit. And I see my neighbor talking to his wife, and from my point of view, it looks like this, right? His wife's right here, and he's talking like this, and then, I see him go like this. And his wife goes, "Oh my gosh, what?" And he goes, "We just lost a grandma too, right? We just lost a grandma too." So now my grandma and my grandma and my baby sister died on that same day, okay? And now the crazy thing that happened is after that went down, I then went back, I go back home. I had a leadership call that night. And I still took that call, right? I still took that leadership call. I still got on there, and I still did what I was supposed to do on there and all that other stuff. My leaders were like, "You don't have to get on here," and I was like, "Yes, I do have to get on here," right? And so now what ends up happening is we're going through the funeral things and arrangements and all that other stuff, and we're doing a balloon release for my little sister at her school, and all this other stuff is going on, and I'm still throwing home events, still going to the home events, throwing them, speaking at them, doing trainings, doing my thing. I'm not stopping, okay? And so, long story short, I'm in a position where I'm actually unranked right now, and a lot of people don't know it. I worked up to I think P1000. And long story short, now what happens is we bury my baby sister and we bury my grandma, right? Well, then I have my other grandma that raised me, and she's like my mom for me. And so even my dad calls her my mom, right? And so long story short, we literally bury my grandma and my baby sister. And literally the day that we buried them, I cannot make this up. I tell everyone, hey, I'm ready to go 100%. I'm glad we can put this behind us, right? And it says I'm cutting out. Am I still good? I'm good? Perfect. So I'm like, okay, everybody, I'm back, and, I'm glad that we can finally, put this behind us now. And the crazy thing is I literally send that to I froze out. If anyone's on the internet, get off. Sorry, I'm back again. My bad, guys. It's this, this is COVID Wi-Fi here. Still freezing out. Good? Sorry, I don't know. This is terrible. All right. Okay, I'm good again. All right. Sorry, guys. It's crazy. All right, perfect. So now what happens is I send into the chat room, right? Hey, you guys, I'm back, I'm good to go, all this other stuff, right? 100%. And when I send that in the Facebook chat room, I get a Facebook call. And on that Facebook call, it's my aunt, and she goes, hey, just calling to let you know that your mom's about to die right now. And I'm like, wait, what? Right? She's on the other side of the world, right? So, long story short, she ends up dying. And so now I lost all 3 of them Okay? It looks like I'm lagging bad. It's killing me. Am I good? I'm still good? Perfect. Okay, sorry. So I lose all 3 of them, right, in the span of about 2 to 3 weeks. And so now I'm still doing good. I'm still, doing pretty good. I mean, I'm a little beat up and all this other stuff, but we're still grinding and we're still hustling, okay? And now what happens is I end up hitting up Matt Rosa, actually, and I'll never forget this. I say to him, actually, no, now what happens is I go to my grandma/mom's funeral, right? This is in Minnesota. This was the part where I lost it, and this is the part where I came to Matt, actually, and I was like, man, I'm breaking down now. And what happened is I get the ticket to go see, to go to her funeral, and a blizzard happens. And I miss her funeral, right? And I miss her funeral. That was like the worst thing in my life. I was like, at that point, I was losing it at that point. And that's when I wrote Matt. I'm like, I don't understand. I'm like, I've been through all of this stuff. I've been through prison. I've been through all these deaths. I've been through my little sister dying, my grandma dying. I'm going through all of this. I'm like, I just can't at least go to her funeral. Like, I just don't get it. Like, I don't get it. And that was the first time I really started breaking down. And then I was confused at the time because I was broke. And I was like, Matt, how do I attract abundance? When I'm like, all I think about is my family. I'm like, am I supposed to stop thinking about them because it makes me sad? And now I'm not going to attract happiness, right? Because that's what I was thinking. And he writes me back and he says, that's not what I'm telling you to do. In fact, I'm telling you to do the opposite. I'm telling you to think about them all the time. I'm telling you to think about them every second, every single day. And just let that pain drive you. And he said that to me. And I became a whole new person when he said that to me. And I don't think till this day he really understands. But at that time, I was Platinum 2000, making $2,000 a month in our organization. And then I re-ranked, right? Went back up to 5K about a week after that conversation with him, right? Now what's happening is I never got to chairman. It's something that all my friends were at chairman already. I was the slowest person to get there. I've been in the company for 3.5 years at this point. And, 6 months later, we're grinding. Come June, right, we hit chairman 10. Okay, now we're getting momentum. Never stop. Now we're getting momentum. 2 months later, we get to chairman 25. And then in less than a year later, right, we get to chairman 50, okay? And that's an organization of about 2,500 people, and it's crazy because of this, right? I truly believe that, I truly know that majority of the people on this call have not made the actual decision to go all in. They have not made that actual decision to go all in. Some of you have already quit before you even started. Some of you aren't even all in right now. You're just kind of doing this. You're already quitting. And what I can tell you is that I made a decision to go all in. And a lot of people are like, Cash, how could you keep going when that was happening? And here's my thing. I'm going to be very real. I'm sorry. It's game time now. And this is my thing, right? I said this. Okay, when we signed up, we have something that's called the why, right? We have something that's called the why. And we say, I put that on my family that I'm not going to stop moving. And so lots of people, most people lie on their why. They lie on their why. I was not going to lie on my why. I decided I'm going all in. Not I'm going all in until something bad happens. Not I'm going all in, right, if this happens. Not I'm going all in if I don't get to the rank that I want to by this time. I'm all in, meaning I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm not going to lie on my why. I put it on my why that I'm going to keep grinding no matter what. That's what all in is. And if you have not made the decision to go all in, you are never going to make it in this industry. So this is an industry I will defend until the death of me because I'm a felon, right? I'm a felon. I'm a busboy. I'm a dishwasher. I'm a lowlife. I'm a nothing in this world. But you're telling me I can come in here into the network marketing niche and become part of the 1% in the world? Name something you can do that in. There's nothing I know you can do that in. And the thing is I don't know what 8 times 6 is. Swear to God, I have no idea what it is. I don't know what 7 times 5 is. I don't know. But what I can tell you is I can hire an accountant now and she can go ahead and teach me how to use my money, because at the end of the day, right, you don't have to be smart to do this. You just have to have the all-in mentality and never quit. That's it. And so some of y'all are doing this as a hobby and you're wanting to make business money. Now, my thing is that if I don't know what rank you want to get to, but I know y'all have something that's called MMM, right? And in that position, what I can tell you right now is I can almost promise you it's going to be about somewhere around almost $1 million a year that you're going to be producing, okay? Producing for the business. It's going to be somewhere around there, okay? Now, with that part being said, let's look at it like this. How do you expect to build a multi-million-dollar business by running it like a hobby? Because the problem is most of us are just looking at the price that we pay to get in. We're looking at the investment, but we're not looking at the profits that we can make from that small investment. Because here's my thing, right? If you were to pay $1 million, you're not gonna be like, yo, I gotta spend time with my girlfriend today, my boyfriend today, we're having a movie. You ain't gonna do that shit. You're gonna sacrifice because you're like, I gotta go get my $1 million back that I just put into the business. I'm gonna be honest, a lot of y'all might have kids and all this other stuff. If you paid $1 million, you'd be looking at all of that differently. You're going to be thinking, right, this is for my kids. This is for my family. You don't make the excuse that I got to be with them now on movie time and all this other stuff. I feel bad. You should feel bad that you're not giving them the lifestyle that they deserve. That's what you should feel bad about. And I'm just being honest, because not enough people come in here with the mentality and say, I'm going to give my family everything that they deserve. And that's what your why was. So don't you ever use your why as a reason to not grind. And don't you ever use your why as an excuse. They're not the reason why you should not get in the trenches. They're the reasons why you should get in the trenches. So that leads me to my next thing, right? It's going to be plugging in. So here's my thing. When everything is going bad in my life, right? I plug in. I plug into the business. I plug into the culture. I plug into the family. I plug into my mentors. What did I tell you? When my family died, the first thing I did was I went to Matt Rosa and Jason Brown. And I said, what do I do? And now I'm about to be a multi-millionaire because of what I decided to do, which was ask a question to my mentor. I plugged in when times were hard. I plugged in. I went to the events. I showed up no matter what. When my family passed away, I was showing up. Here's my thing. This is what I think is crazy. At that same night, when I had that call with my team, there were people that were not on that call. And I bet they believed that they had a great excuse. Yet my family died that day, and I was on that call. What is the difference between me and them? The difference is that all-in mentality, that plugging-in mentality. Here's the thing. What happens is depression, what I believe, your mind is like water, right? Your mind is like water. Look at what water does if you put it in the corner of your house that has wood, right? You put it there, and the water sits still for a long time. It's going to begin to rock the house. It's going to be able to rot the wood. It's going to turn into mold. Black mold, it becomes deadly. It begins to grow and rot and break down yet that house, right? But if you move the water around, right, it doesn't sit still, then now you're just cleaning. And so here's my thing. What most of us do is when things are going bad, what we do is we sit still. We want to lay in bed. We want to chill. We want to, you know what, I need to take this time to think and to do this. You're not moving. You slow down. You stop. And now you're getting in depression. Your mind is now rotting. It is now going, and you're getting deeper and deeper and deeper. And what I knew was when my family died, that I better not stop moving. Because if I moved, if I stopped moving, I knew I would get depressed. And so I took massive action when they died. I plugged in when they died. The other thing is either way, the pain that you're going through is going to hurt. It's going to hurt no matter what. It's going to hurt if you're laying in bed, And it's gonna hurt, right, if you go plug into your culture and the people that have a positive environment. And I don't know if you know this, but you are a product of your environment. So what you want to do is plug into the people that are positive, and you'll create a positive environment. But do not make the pain your excuse to plug out. Make your pain the excuse to plug in, right? Make your pain the excuse to plug in, right? Now the next thing I'm going to get into is going to be ego. It's going to be ego, right? Ego is something that is very simple to get within the network marketing niche or anything in the world. In fact, most people have one. In fact, everyone has an ego, but do you have the ability to tell yourself the truth about who you are, see your faults and all that other stuff, or do you lie to yourself and you hate being wrong? So many people come in here and they say they want a mentor. What I learned is this. Everybody wants a mentor until it's time to get fucking mentored. That's what I realized. Everybody wants a mentor until it's time to get mentored. Everybody wants a mentor until it's time to be held accountable, right? Everyone wants a mentor until the mentor is telling you what you need to do to become successful, right? And so what happens is most of you don't want to actually be held accountable by your mentors. It's crazy. Some of you will actually bash your mentors. Some of you say bad things about your mentors behind their back. Some of you rationalize all these things as to why you shouldn't be listening to your mentors because you have an ego. Now, I used to have an ego. I didn't listen to Matt. I didn't listen to Jason. I didn't listen to anyone. I knew everything. And guess what? Since I thought I knew everything, I remained broke. But when my family passed away, I was like, you want to know what? Maybe I should just shut up. Maybe I should just shut up for once and listen. And I listened, and 6 months later, 1% are in the world. How does that happen? It's because I dropped my ego. Okay, dropped my ego. Now, the next thing that I realized I was doing is write this down. Stop comparing yourself to others. Stop comparing yourself to others. Most people, almost everybody, they're looking at what everyone else is doing. They're like, that person is better than me. That person's more pretty than me. That person got more successful than me because of this, right? And I'm going to be honest. I'm just going to be brutally real, right? I bet a lot of people are going to sit there and say about Shorty, the reason why she's successful is because of Matt. The reason why, I bet if I was married to Matt Rosa, I would be as good as Shorty. I bet if I was, or maybe, right, maybe here, doesn't this make sense? If Shorty was mentored by Matt Rosa, which she is, and that's now a direct connection to the top in the world. So either fucking way, you're still getting elite mentorship. So how about you stop saying, oh, well, the reason why Shorty is so good, the reason why she's doing so good is because of Matt. Well, then wouldn't it be the reason why you should be doing so good is because of Shorty? Or do you have an ego and make an excuse so you don't listen? And now you're not working as hard, right? Because you're thinking that the only reason why she's even that good is because of that. I'm just being real with everyone. Everybody's going to be doing something of that nature. Something of that nature. It might not be, I'm just using her as an example. There's going to be another girl, another guy. There's something, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Stop comparing yourself to others. Now, the other thing what I mean by is this. I used to listen to Matt Rosa speaking, right? One of the best speakers I've ever heard. I'm being so serious. He's so like flawless when he's speaking. And I used to try to speak like him. I'd watch him do, an op call. I'd watch him do trainings, and I would always try to mimic what he was doing exactly. And then what I realized was I can't be Matt Rosa. I can only learn from him and be the best version of myself. I cannot be Matt, right? I cannot be Jason. I can't be Shorty. Right? But I can learn from them. I can learn from all these people and then take it and take that information and make it myself. Okay? And make it myself. That doesn't mean I don't listen to them. that means that I take what I learn from them and I make it myself. Look at what is it, Pablo Picasso, right? What's his name? I don't know. I'm not educated, guys. I'm just gonna say Picasso, okay? Right? I didn't graduate from high school. Y'all know who the homeboy is, right? He's an artist, okay? So look, this person is one of the best artists of all time, right? Now get this. Didn't he learn from someone though? The answer is yes. So what he did was he learned from someone, he made it himself, and he became the best version of himself, which then became the best version or the best artist in the world, right? So you can always learn from people and then you get better, okay? So with that part being said, I want to go to the next thing, right? Again, we're ego, stop comparing. A lot of us are going through problems and we focus on the wrong shit. I'm gonna tell you right now, I've been on calls with Matt and Jason several times where they've literally hung up on me. And also, I don't think they blocked me, but I think they were very close. Okay? I think they were very close. I've been cussed out by them, and I needed to be, by the way, just so we're clear. Okay? I had an ego. At the time, I didn't agree, right? You know what I'm saying? At the time, right? But now I look back at it, and I'm like, I see why. I was poisonous. I had an ego. I was someone that was always talking about drama. I was someone that was always coming to them with problems and no solutions. I was just someone that was always had something to say. Okay? Now write this down. Problems need energy to grow. Problems need energy to grow, right? Problems need energy to grow. What does that mean? I've realized after years of mentorship from Matt and Jason of them saying, I'm not gonna put any energy towards that. I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean? I'd be like, what does that even mean, bro? I'm sorry, y'all, I swear a lot. I'm working on it. I'm sorry, right? But I'd be like, what does that even mean? I'm like, I would come up to them. I'm like, yo, Matt, did you hear about what such and such did? Bro, I'm not gonna listen to that right now. I'm not gonna put any energy towards it. I'm like, bro, I don't know why you keep saying that. I don't know what, I'm gonna protect my energy. What does that mean, right? Well, then what I realized is that's a real thing because problems need energy to grow. And whatever you give energy to is growing. So if you give energy to solutions, you'll grow solutions. If you give energy to positivity, right, you'll grow positivity. If you give energy to the correct things, you'll grow the correct things in your life. It's like a seed. Right? It's like a seed. So start putting focus on the correct things, right? Because if you're not growing, you're dying, right? If you're not growing, you're dying. So put the energy into growth. Because if you're not growing, you're dying, and whatever you focus on grows, okay? Now, here's the next thing I gotta say. Everybody's gonna be in different, is gonna have different mentors, be in different businesses, see other businesses, see other mentors, see this and that, right? But what you gotta understand is you create your own experience, okay? You create your own experience. So a lot of us, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna come in and we're gonna blame, right? We're gonna blame our squad for why we're not to the level that we want better. But at the end of the day, you create your own experience. Stop expecting so much and giving so little. What if you were to give more to the experience? What if you were to, here's my thing. I remember when we were growing our squad and ATMs and all this other stuff, I remember so many people were complaining about this and that. And I was like, instead of complaining, why don't you do something about it then? Why don't you do something about it then? So, I know I'm not a perfect leader. I know no one's a perfect leader. Here's my thing. If I think something needs to be added, okay, I'm not gonna go write my mentors and complain about it. I'm gonna go do something about the change that I want. So be the change that you desire. Don't be the constant. Be the change that you desire. Do not be the constant. Do not be the person that's going to sit there and do nothing about it, but you're going to complain about it. So if you see something wrong, do something about it because you're the one that creates your experience. Okay? You're the one that creates your experience. And if you create a great experience, it'll be a great experience. If you show up expecting to lose, you're gonna lose, and you're probably already having that losing mentality, and you already came in here feeling low vibes, you're expecting low vibes, and you're wondering why you got low vibes. Okay? So be that person, be the change that you desire, right? Now the next thing I have written down is everything is gonna always be your fault. The sooner you learn that, the better. Everything is always it's not the company, it's not the products, it's not the mentor, it's not the team, it's not the upline, downline, sideline, it's not, you weren't late because of traffic, you weren't late because of this, it's just you. It's always your fault, no matter what it is. Even if it's not your fault, it's your fault. Do you understand here's my thing, if this building goes down, and it goes down and I'm in it, I'm not gonna be like, oh, that wasn't my fault. I'm like, I'm the one that got in the business. I mean, maybe I should have Googled something and said, yo, like, who put the business or who put the building together? I'm the one that made the decision to go there. So my point is, at the end of the day, is no matter what, everything is your fault. You've got to start taking responsibility for everything. See, here's the thing. When I went to prison, everyone was like, yo, Cash, right, you made dumb decisions. I'm like, okay, I agree, right? You go to prison, you make bad decisions. Then I got rich, and everyone says I got lucky. So when I go to prison, I made bad decisions. I get rich, and it wasn't successful decisions. It wasn't good decisions. I changed my environment. It wasn't I grew myself. It wasn't I worked my ass off. That's weird. So my thing is that, at the end of the day, you've got to learn to take responsibility for everything, not just some things. Take responsibility for everything, okay? That's what a true leader will do. Start that right now. Promise you, your life will literally change, okay? Consistency. Wow. I love that word. Consistency. Even at my worst, I'm still consistent, okay? Even at my worst, I'm still consistent. So my thing is you've got to learn, no matter what life is going to happen. So at the end of the day, you've got to continue to be consistent. Now I was watching this, Building an Empire, or listening to it, right? Building an Empire, okay? And what he says on there, he's like talking about pretty much everybody wants momentum, etc., right? But look at momentum like this. Let's say you have popcorn and you put it inside the microwave. Right? You put it in there for 10 seconds, you hit start, right? You open it up, then you close it again. You put 10 seconds, you open it back up, right? And then nope, it's not popping. Nope, close it again, run it for 10 seconds. Open it back up. What's going to happen? Nothing. It needs consistent heat. It needs consistent heat to pop the popcorn. You need consistent heat in your business. You need consistent energy in your business. You have to be showing up, right? When you don't feel like it. This is why I always say to my squad, right? This is why I always say to them, stop asking, I don't feel like grinding. I don't feel like doing this. What do you do when you don't feel like grinding? A lot of people ask me that. You go get the feeling. You don't wait for the feeling to come and then you go grind. You go get the feeling. You go grind and then you get the feeling back, right? You go grind and then you get the feeling back. But you do not wait for the feeling to come, because it will never come and then you will quit. That is why, right? I'm not here to motivate you right now. I'm here to dedicate you, because dedication is what's left when motivation is gone. Dedication is what's left when the feeling of excitement is gone, right? I'm dedicated. So when I didn't feel like working, when I didn't feel like grinding, when I didn't feel like doing that stuff, I was doing it anyways because I was dedicated. Everyone's always like, Cash, you're so motivational. I'm sorry you feel that way. Right? Because I want to dedicate you. I'm here to show you my dedication to the business, to this industry. I'm dedicated. You will never go anywhere if you're just motivated. So start learning, right, to be dedicated, and you must go all in to become that, right? Now the next thing I have is build your skill set. So here's the thing. Everybody's like, I'm not good at this. Well, I have a great fucking idea, right? If you're not good at something, right? You want to know what this great idea is? You go do something about it. You go turn on YouTube, right? And you say, I suck at closing. How do I close? Oh my God, it's fucking brilliant, right? Do that. Watch your life change. I'm so sick of everyone. I'm not good at talking to people. I'm not good at this. I'm not really a good leader. I don't know how to get friends. Build friends, influence people, right? Make friends. What is it called? Shit, I can't. how to win friends and influence people, right? YouTube this stuff, right? YouTube it. Every single night. I'm a basketball player, NFL player, however you want to look at it. This is a sport. This is a sport. Okay, so what I do, if I in football, if I'm slow, then I'm going to do things to make myself fast. I'm not going to be like, oh well, I'm slow. How do I get to the NFL? I get faster. I'm going to work out. At nighttime, right, is when I'm listening to things to build my skill set. I'm listening to things to build my skill set. I'm listening to how to close better. I'm listening to how to speak better. I'm listening to law of attraction stuff. I'm wanting to grow myself. So the answer is not doing nothing. The answer is always do something about it. Right? Do something about it. Now, a lot of you think that you have a weakness, right? You're like, that's my weakness. This is my weakness. A lot of times your weakness is actually your strength. A lot of times your weakness is actually your strength. See, I thought my weakness was me being a felony, or me being a felon, me going to prison. But then when I got out, right? I was like, I can't get a job. But that ended up being my strength. Because now I'm able to influence and impact people with my story. I'm able to post about it. I'm able to relate to people. So a lot of times, the reason why you think that you can suck at this business is actually the reason why you can be amazing at this business. Your weakness is usually who you market to. I market to people that are going through pain. I market to people that have been felons before and that want to change their life. I market to people, right, that have their family passed away, they're going through a lot, that are dealing with so much stuff going on. I market to those people. So my weakness is my pain, but it is also my strength. So stop using a weakness as your reason to get out of everything, right? Stop using that. Now the other thing is get your ass in the field. Right? Get your ass in the field. An hour in the field is worth 20 in the classroom. 1 hour in the field is worth 20 in the classroom. Some people get stuck on this learning mode thing. Yo, if you can sit there and learn all day, but if you're not getting in the field, right, it's just never going to work, right? You cannot train and you cannot teach experience. You cannot train and you cannot teach experience. Okay? You have to get experience. I'm not the smartest person on this call. I'm not the best at everything, but I have the most experience, right, than everyone else, and that's why I'm making the amount of money that I'm making. Matt Rosa has more experience than I do. That's why he's making more money than what I'm making. So what you do is you go get experience, you get out there on the field, you find out what you need to work on, and then you get back at home, you start learning how to grow that, and then you get back out there again. Right? That's how you grow this. Okay? I'm going to start wrapping this up. I want to go on this one last thing. And I just got to find it really fast. Where is it at? Give me 1 second.
Drop some sevens in the chat for Cash. He's crushing it.
I appreciate it. Cool. This is something I always read this to people when I'm doing my mindset stuff. I think that this is one of the most powerful things that's ever thank you guys. I really appreciate all of you for real. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read you something that I wrote in June 3rd of 2015. All right? And I wrote this in a forum online. It's Online Entrepreneur Forum. All right? And so keep in mind, never knew what Forex was. I never ever heard of the company that I am, which is I am. Okay, I never ever really knew about network marketing. I never knew about this beautiful industry, and nothing of that nature. But listen to this. I'm a struggling busboy at this time, and you're gonna hear it. Right here we go. Hey guys, thanks for reading my post. Here's a little introduction about me. I am 24 years old. I moved to Texas from California. I moved for one reason, which was to change my life. In California, I grew up in a bad town, did bad things, and I was sentenced to prison at the age of 18 until the age of 21. I wasn't able to graduate high school, so I got a GED in prison. While I was in prison, I had a few near-death experiences which taught me that this was not the life that I wanted to live. I began to read books about internet marketing, etc., and although I don't understand it very well, it's always been intriguing to me. When I moved to Texas, I knew getting a job would be difficult, but I guess I didn't know how difficult it would be. I landed a job as a busboy, in which I still currently do. I also attended community college, and I'm on the honors roll. I then tried to transfer to university, and I unfortunately found out that I'm unable to take classes at our university due to my felony. All right? After struggling with security and education, now this is where I want you to listen. I just said all my problems, right? I said all my problems, but this is why I was able to get to where I'm at. Watch my mentality as this broke-ass busboy, as this little peasant in life, as this low life in life. I want you to understand my mentality when my back is against the wall while I'm writing this. This is what I say. After struggling with job security and education, I have begun to take these problems into my own hands. So if I cannot attend college, I will invest my saved money from busting tables into education. And if I cannot land a job in corporate America, I will work for myself. I've been learning to day trade for almost a year now. I wasn't even in I didn't know what IM was, right? I've been learning to day trade for almost a year now. I love the concept. I've used some of my own money and I've made a little bit, but I'm not consistent enough to make a steady income. I will continue to study and learn more tricks until I accomplish this goal. Now, notice I said until. I didn't say I'm going to do this and try to accomplish this goal. I didn't say I'm going to do this until something happens. I said until I accomplish this goal. I went all in, all the way back before this company was even there. I was already all in on my decision to become successful, right? So again, I said until I accomplish this goal. After I become a full-time day trader, I would also like to start learning how to do internet marketing or get paid by the clicks and make some type of residual income. Day trading and internet marketing, the ability to get a residual income, is highly intriguing to me. I am very self-motivated. I am not looking to get rich quick. Now listen to my mentality again. I will wake up early and go to sleep late. I will study when everyone else is partying. I will study when everyone else is sleeping. And I will study while everyone else wakes up hungover. I do not have a real niche as far as something I can market online or anything of that sort. Now, I want to read that one more time because I want you to understand what I'm saying, okay? I'm saying right here that I'm not good at anything. I have nothing to give. I have no value to give. I have nothing to give to the world. I said I do not have a real niche as far as something that I can market or anything of that sort. And that's where I am still searching for what exactly it is. I'm still searching at the time for what exactly it is that I'm trying to do. But I just need to know that it's possible. And that is why I'm here. I actually had an idea of some type of video channel or some type of outlook like this where I can show people, a rich lifestyle, even though I don't have one yet. So here's my thing, right? Right there predicted the future. I got a residual income. I'm in a day trading company now, right? I literally said until I accomplish this goal. I said I'm not good at anything. I said I need to know that it's possible. Now get this. All of you are on a call where you've seen someone in your company make it to the top. You know it's possible. When I was coming in, I didn't know anyone successful. I was by myself. I was looking for people. I was in a forum looking for entrepreneurs. I just needed one person. I needed one person to see who was successful. All of us on this call, we have hundreds and thousands of people, right, that have showed us that it's possible. So my thing is how are you not going to make it to the top? Right? Here's my thing. How are you going to beat me when I'm playing inside my own head? How are you going to beat me when I'm playing inside my own head? I'm going to create the rules. I'm going to make it to the top. I'm going to say it's easy. I'm gonna do this, right? So with that part being said, if you did not get the point of this call, the point of this call is this. Go all fucking in and watch your life change. So that part being said, I'm gonna kick it back to Shorty. I'll see y'all at the top, because the bottom is way too crowded. Let's get it.
Yo, guys, can we drop some sevens in this chat? Cash, my brother, thank you so much. I appreciate you. If you can see the conversations that are going on in the Telegram chats right now, everybody's having revelations. Everybody's gonna give up and stop, give up all those excuses. Everyone is going all in. Guys, going all in. We cannot quit. This is the only way. I'm here to break it to you. Your little shitty 9 to 5 is not gonna give you what you want out of life. Point blank, period. It's not going to. We have to go harder. We have to go all in for ourselves, for our families. Don't let your families be the excuses as to why you don't go all in. If you want to go and retire your parents, why are you watching Netflix? You're not gonna do it scrolling through Pornhub.
Damn.
Period. Guys, you have to put in the work. You have to give up everything that is not going to give you the results that you want. Cash, so you know, Matt was over here next to me listening to your mentor, your brother, over here. He was just so hyped, just running around the apartment. He's tagged on Instagram on something. So, guys, go all in. Make the decision today. Cash is someone that came from nothing and has created a life for himself that is not only going to change him, but it's going to change all the people that surround him. He went from the dumps to future millionaire, you guys, to 6-figure earner, 5 figures a month. And he had all the odds stacked against him. He had all the reasons to be sad. But he chose to find the strength in that instead. And that is why I wanted him to be on this call. That is why I wanted him to be on this call, because, guys, we're so quick to make excuses. We're so quick to be tired. We're so quick to think we're not good enough. We're so quick to think that our life is just way too hard. But look around. There are people out here that have it 1,000 times worse than you, and they're still making it happen. So no more excuses, you guys. Cash, thank you, bro. I love you. I appreciate you. I'll see you on Saturday. I'll probably see you before that. I don't know. But guys, I hope you really, really don't just listen to this, write down the notes, and never open up your notebook again. Get everything that he just said and start applying it starting now. That means you gotta be up till 2 in the morning looking at charts or trying to sell some shampoo to somebody. Then go and do it, because no one is gonna do it for you, and that's a guarantee. So I appreciate you all. I love y'all. See you next time.